excited about this video because we invented a new drill that worked out really well for develop a point of contact. Derek, 46. Look at this upward swing. Knob comes up, he's matching the swing plane to the path of the ball. You want to let that ball drop in front of you like I'm doing here, and then you want to snap through. You want to have your swing more level than the path of the pitch coming down. That's what defines a level cut. Derek started out 71 miles an hour average, and you can just see his arm gets jammed. He doesn't get the hands back fully too on the impact, or on the connection rather. And look at here, watch, he's early because he's going up, up, up all the time. Just not a good way to be able to hit the ball, and we need a way to make it sink into his mind that he had to let that ball drop in, not drop the back shoulder and develop a loopy uppercut like he has here. Watch a hand path. It's not on a straight line A to B. There's always a big loop in it. Watch a straight line here. Straight line, let the ball drop in and snap through. That's a good pro style of a cut swing. And look at his go up, up, up. It's just hard to make any consistency. Now Henry, who was his buddy in his late 20s, big dude, 6 foot, 280. Makes good contact here, but Henry, a couple things I knew. You're a baseball guy. You had the uppercut swing too. You drove your knob up. You don't take a very big stride or load, and that doesn't give you the ability to time it. We really worked a lot on that, wanting to make it a longer pull the hands back, coil on the rear leg, reach your front foot ahead. You don't hardly have any movement there, and if you're early, you're just going to come up and over the top of the ball. So that was an issue we had. Again, here you can see the stride's a little bit better, but the other thing is you get into a rollover. You come up, there's not a good extension of the lead arm and snap, and then hand path is way up, so we had to find a way to try to keep from that. I think just the upswing itself is going to tend itself to make you roll over, and we wanted to have an axe snap. Watch Brett. The ball drops into a zone. He rotates, extends on the drive of the knob. That's what you manipulate, and then he finishes up by just continuing through, and the snap will happen. Way to cut the ball. You can cut a high pitch, cut a low pitch. You don't have to swing down to cut the ball. You can just make your swing radically more level than the path of the pitch coming down, and you can hit the bottom half. You look at Jason Magnum here, top Deemer and pro. Just tremendous. Watch his rotation. That's where he's looking at the ball. See where the yellow line is? And here's where he actually makes impact, right down there. So you want to let that ball drop to that point of impact. That's hard for people to do. Look at him right there. It's, again, rotation, extension, and then axe snap. And then what he really does is watch it. He gets into the snap, palm down, palm up, a lag and a snap. Here's his lag. Rotation, extension, the arm off within the rotation, arm off of the chest. Rotation, extension. Now here's, continue to rotate. There's a snap. And watch how the back carries through in the same plane. He doesn't roll over till way over there. You have a larger margin of error if you keep that axe snap going in the same plane as long as possible. Especially if you're early or you just want to full rotate around. So here's our drill. It's called the point of contact drill. We visualize the pitch coming down, and then we rotate, extend, and get into a good lag. A good lag where if we continue to rotate and follow through on our drive of the hands towards the point of contact, we'll get a good snap. Here we've got Derek doing it. Henry did it before, and again, it gives you a good visualization. Some people say, well, I don't understand why I have to swing level. No, you let the ball drop to the point of contact. Using the swing simulator, we get the same thing here. Works out great. And watch here when you get into the X position. Look at the knuckles. So they're lined up. They're not rolled over. So if you can continue to rotate from that position, Henry, like Magnum, hold that as long as possible so you don't roll over. Sometimes your rotation stops, and like Magnum does here, you got to continue to follow that all the way around, and a one-arm finish is great. Look at here, X snap, and then continue to blast all the way around. The rotation's pulling that all the way around. Our hands are following. So we wanted to get Henry Few in particular. That's a much better drill. That's the diagonal torque drill. And with Derek, we have the diagonal trainer, rotational trainer. You like that better, so you went with what you wanted to use. Just a great job of, look at your hand path going down to the ball off the tee now. The initial path is down, and then your body rotates and flattens that out by the time you make impact. Just a tremendous improvement. And on yours, Henry, you have less experience than he does. Watch with this heavy 4.5-pound gymnastic, watch the hands. They start down, but then the knob comes up. You're swinging up above the ball, and now you try to push it back down, and then you get into a rollover. You just have to trust you can go from point A to point B right at it. This is better here. Not perfect, but again, we're getting into that rollover. You've got to get that arm extended more, that lead arm extended more, and keep into the X snap and let it fall around like Magnum does right here. He gets down in position with the stab. Here's a snap, and then he just continues to fall around. The rotation of the body pulls it around in an arc, a very high-level swing, and a swing that's going to bring you good consistency all the way around. You got to find a way to squelch that rollover, and good mechanics do that. So again, we go down here to the swing simulator. This is what's going to work out good for you. Get a next style position and do the point of contact drill where we let that pitch drop into it. Gives you a good visual. Went outside, Derek, right away, you got level right away. Great. You had just a tremendous, you had a better starting position than Henry, being an older guy playing longer, but there's a nice level swing, you're cutting it through. And you hit some balls over a 300-foot fence, Henry, and got up to 86 miles an hour exit speed. Derek was up to 89. But right there, that's good. You still jammed a little bit. I'd like to see you keep the rollover from happening. Try to continue to power it all the way around with the hips and the upper body. You have a big upper body lean back, and so you're going to have to try to work harder to keep that level. The other thing you kind of do is you lunge into that front foot a little bit, but there's a level swing. Day 2, appreciated the effort. You had some great swings, a lot of improvement, but right there, that's a much better swing. It's a little bit lungy on the front leg, but that's the ticket. And again, we want to stretch this out and then rotate. Ba, boom. That's the ticket here. Watch this. Ba. Just a bare minimum of being able to time the pitch. That'll give you the ability to slow down or speed up, and if balls are too far out ahead on your timing. Now here you did a stab level. Same thing working as if you worked off of here with the stab. Nice and level. You need a better rotation on there, but watch your next swing that follows it. It's not up nearly as much. It's a little bit early. You lunge a little bit into it, but it's the right idea. That's what we want to do. And I think that, sky's the limit for you. So we'll continue to go on there. There's a nice level swing. Again, just early, so your timing, that buzz is going to allow you to have that timing. Derek, just, that's a good swing, brother, right there. That really is. Watch. It's not an uppercut. You just have to reel in the timing. Very next swing, look at that. Awesome. Again, swing simulator. Ba, boom. Keep the weight on the back leg longer. Make sure that back foot drags up to test it. But watch your hands come back now. Good rotation. Good line drive there. Phenomenal. You hit 89 miles an hour, and you hit ball. I think that ball right there, maybe on the Dave North Diamond was, or the Truman Stadium went 370, and you hit about 6 or 7 balls that were in the 350, 60 range, Dave North Diamond. Again, this drill right here, point of contact drill. Let it come down, ba, boom. You swung up before. Watch this. Nice and level. Rotation, really working on the stab and extension, and then snapping through to finish it. That's why when you work on the swing simulator, you go rotation and stab, and do that 2-3 times. On the fourth one, go rotation and snap. You got continuing drive of the hands will follow through. Just beautiful swings there. Let's take a look at the live ones, guys. Thanks for helping us with that drill, and a fantastic job. Good. Swinging hard, that's good. Now get that stab. Look where you stab it. Look where you drive it now. Good. Good ball. Bad pitch. I don't know how the hell you hit that. Woo! Oh man, you swung good on that. You got enough. That's the bomb. That's a nice ball away. Not bad. Inside pitch, your hands were quick. Good ball. There you go. That was good ball. That was good. Underneath it just a little bit. A good swing. Look at you hit that a ton. Just underneath. Look how high that was. 330. Tell the middle camera what you did there.
Got a hold of one. Swing it down through it, and driving the hips through.
What angle does it feel like you're driving your hands?
Stabbing.
Getting a lot of extension.
Yeah, well, I'm not jamming myself up like I have been in the past.
Oh, nice ball.
84.
That's a blast. That's 360. Tell the back camera again. Middle camera there.
Feels right when you do it right. Kind of just a bob boom and not thinking about it. Just starting off right and then throwing the hands and trusting it.
You can't shut it off. Tell the middle camera again. That's his third home run and 6 at bats. Tell the middle camera so you don't forget what you're doing. Tell the middle camera. Not that one, the middle one.
Oh, maybe that. Main one is I'm not overthinking it is the biggest thing for me, but just trusting the hands, throwing that knob at it with the hips. The less I think, the better. For me, it's just remembering the mechanics that you've been teaching, driving off that back foot and back hip, stabbing to the ball to the point of impact. So it's a lot of thinking about the footwork for me, but then being able to just bob, boom, and cut it loose without having to think. The videos are fantastic, but actually being here and getting some hands-on, huge difference for me.
What would be the 1 or 2 drills you go home with?
Swing simulator, being able to see what I'm doing wrong when I'm doing it, and then just practicing that hip drive, good footwork.
Does it feel like the swing is 3 parts? Does it feel like the boom is basically 1 part?
It's 1 part when I do it right.
It feels pretty smooth when you hit that ball 350 or 60. It just feels effortless, doesn't it?
Yeah, you could feel the arms actually get extended, and before I was coming here, a lot of just jamming myself up.
I know for me there's specific drills I'm going to have to practice on a lot to just kind of get the muscle memory down.
And what would you use? What's the one thing you're going to use to develop the muscle memory? So when you're hitting good, yesterday when you're hitting in the mid-80s and when you're hitting the ball over the fence, what are you going to do to get to that point more consistently during live games and BP?
Well, definitely the swing simulator, working on my stab, and also the static hip boom drills to really focus on getting that, kind of violent hip rotation.
Got no drive? Having trouble at the plate? You're not swinging like you used to? Your lady not impressed with your game? This is what amped our buddy Gator.
Another bad game. I suck. I can't believe it. Dave North, Hall of Famer Dave North, and Bear? You guys look great. But me, once I turned 74...
Less energy, line drives not lasting as long.
Handle and barrel of the bat feeling a little soft. Not your fault. Happens to all men.
Yeah, but did this happen to you guys too?
Yep.
So, what did you guys do?
We got the new DeMarini Senior bats.
The balanced, the mid load, and the full load.
Oh, I'd sure like to try the full end load.
Well, we're sure you would.
You would.
This bat's a beauty. Hey, I feel something stirring inside. Gosh, thanks, DeMarini.
And by the way, guys, she'll like it too.
Boost your manhood with a new DeMarini today at DeMarini.com.